Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's edition of I Got the Runs, where we do a quick flashback to this week's Flash episode. There are 4 lightning bolts on the Flash. We start the episode off with Barry walking into the precinct, smelling his own privilege, like, yeah, I just got out of jail. Let me go get my job and my back pay because, you know, my privilege, you know, because I don't care how long I was in jail. I'm out now. And then the captain was like, slowly roll. It don't make sense of the guy who says you've been stalking him. And then we found not only his body, but, you know, his blood all over your place. And now he's just walking in and everything's hunky-dory. Nah, something don't smell all right. I actually applaud the Flash for that one because they finally called bullshit on Barry's bullshit. We finally meet the meta of the episode and just actually the Fiddler. The Fiddler in DC is basically Isaiah Bowling, but they actually transferred it and made her a woman, and now it's Izzy. So applause for that. But you fail because she has basically Black Canary's powers. This is such a fucking de-evolution of a plot. There's no point to this, so now you got another Sonic Screamer on the team. Oh, and now we gotta train her because she's the only one who can hurt the vote. Really? The guy who's faster than speed of light? They go to find Izzy and say, yo, somebody's after her. And Izzy's like, I know somebody's trying to kill me, but I got this sweet fire mixtape that I'm about to drop. And, you know, I need to make sure that hits the streets before, you know, I start worrying about my safety. DeVoe shows up, makes elongated man Cisco and Barry look like a scroll with one blast, and then Izzy stands up and just shreds him with one hit. Which doesn't make sense. You are the fastest man alive. How are you still getting hit by petty stuff? Meanwhile, in unnecessary subplot B, Cecile has the ability to read powers for the past couple episodes, and now they're trying to figure out a way to make her stop. Here's an idea. You guys have metahuman deputy equipment. Why not put one on her? The police has them in bracelet form. You guys have it in room form. I'm pretty sure you guys can make a goddamn necklace. But come to find out, they did make it in necklace form because it's the same thing stopping Killer Frost from freaking out. Anyway, cut to, they're trying to train Izzy, aka the Fiddler, to use her powers because Barry's amped up. He's like, you can fight DeVoe for me. I don't have to fight and keep catching these L's. Like, he has taken so many L's. There are officially 25 letters in the alphabet. Why? Because he's taking all the L's. And he's like, you can save me. And he, of course, pushes her too hard. She gets hurt in the middle of training. And she's like, fuck this, I'm out. Cut into the training for 2 seconds. So she can't hit a target that's sitting still, but she can hit moving targets because, you know, flash writing is. So Izzy squares up against DeVoe, and she's about to use her violin against her, and then the string snaps. And she's like, oh shit, I'm stuck. She's been using her powers. She's only had the violin for 10 minutes. She has been using her power, son's violin, the entire episode, but in this instance, she forgets. She can shoot out her chest. She hit Dignity with it with her mouth. But now she doesn't have a violin and she can no longer use it. This is the laziest slap dick writing I've ever seen in my life. They're not even trying anymore. It's like the writers are Flash, roll out of bed, take their balls, rub it on the script, and say, here you go. So she's sitting there helpless. Dignity tries to put a device on DeVoe's head to, you know, scramble his brain so he can just stop using his powers. But of course, he just smacks his hand out of the way. Barry, the fastest asshole in the East, for whatever, who can run faster than the speed of light, for some reason, can't even put it on DeVoe's hand because she hits him with a brain attack. Flash and Elongated Man have to watch while Izzy gets her brand body snatched up by DeVoe. The Savage Award of this episode, and she barely gets it, is Izzy, because, you know, she did hit everybody with her sonic, with her canary cry. Let's be real, it was canary cry. That's all it fucking was. But she hit Dignity with it. She hit everybody who was in her way with it. So most respect for that. The Doodle Award of this episode goes to Barry and the writers of this fucking Flash episode, because one, Barry, why you trying to, it happens every season. You try to make everybody else your savior except for you. And then in the last 2 episodes, you sack up and be like, okay, I need to man up and handle my own problems. He ended up pushing her too far to the point where she runs away from the group and ends up in DeVoe's hands. And now he only needs 3 more people to complete his project. What is the significance of the lightning color on each Flash? This episode is, like I said, these episodes get fucking horrible. Like, the writing for it has just been downhill ever since the season started. The plot is incoherent, the villain is just petty, and there's no thought through any of this. At least Salazar or Salad Toss, whatever, had an objective. At least the Reverse Flash had an objective. This villain just wants to get a better body. Do some Pilates and some push-ups, man. This shit is overly done. Thank you guys for joining us for this episode of I Got the Runs. I would say hopefully it gets better, but you know, wish you one and shit the other. But until next time, peace.